Ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, it's Foog again. But you might be wondering, what is this? This is not Project Drastic. This is... What is this? This is a DOS prompt? Well, not exactly. I've had a little bit of a side project in mind for a little while now because I know Project Drastic's going to be a little bit boring for a little while. And I've been inspired for some time by the talents of Nintendo Capri Sun, Chugga Conroy, Shady Paradox, Luca Jin, just to name a few. You should check them out, mind you. And others, if I haven't mentioned you already and you're part of the inspiration, I'll mention you later, I'm sorry. But I've wanted to do this for a while. So, for all of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, well, let's just get on with it. Whoops. Alright, let's get on with it. Oh my. That's right. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. So classic. Yes. This is it.
This is the King's Quest V, an old game from my past. A point-and-click adventure with the cowardly owl lass. It took me years to beat it, they were the best years of my life. But the internet wasn't invented yet, and when we moved across town it all got shut down. Now I'll put it on my YouTube site.
Okay, I'm really sorry to all of you who have no clue where that came from. I don't know. Billy Joel just sort of showed up. Why Billy Joel showed up, I'm sorry. But yes, this is the classic King's Quest V. Ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, welcome to my first Let's Play. Let's Play King's Quest V on DOS. Let's just say no. Ah, Castle Daventry. How quaint. Very boring looking too, if I might say so myself. But what's this? A shadowy figure appears. And oh no, magics. Oh dear goodness gravy. What is going on? Yeah, I know, this is so cheesy. But it's classic, man. Oh my gosh, he stole the castle. Oh my word. And poof. Not even a puff of smoke. That's kind of depressing, isn't it? He's sort of twing. Ah, the credits. And who's this? It's our hero, King King Graham. Yes, that is a king. His name is King Graham. He may just look like a bunch of pixels to some of you, but he is a king. And more so than that, he is an adventurer. He is my He's not my childhood hero, he's just like, well, here we go. My castle! What has happened? And here we go. Yes, this is oh, greatness. Except for this thing. I can tell you what happened. I hate this guy. What? I hate the owl. I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all. Yes, I did. You did? Well, then what happened? I'm gonna have to give Graham, like, the most epic, stupid voice ever. I'm, like, obligated. Go on. It was a powerful and evil wizard Mordecai who did it. I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize out of thin air. Thank goodness he didn't notice me. You guys will all learn to hate him. Don't stop now. Go on. King Graham is like, he looks buff there too. But this guy's, well, he conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle. With another incantation, Mordecai then caused the wind to draw the castle up into the sky and out of sight. Oh, it was something to see, alright. Yeah, whatever. We saw it. Why? Why would this wizard Mordecai want my castle? What could he have against me and my family? That I don't know. I only know that it was Mordecai who took your castle. And your family. He's an owl in a blue vest. Perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard, which is why I recognize Mordecai. Unlike Mordek, though, my employer is a very good wizard. His name is Crispinonononifer. What? Yeah, whatever. Ha 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 ha. Graham's like laughing. Well, he's not laughing. He's not even moving. He's just still. It's a drawing. Ahem. Yeah, you're talking about Crispinononifer. Getting on in years and tends to be a bit forgetful. Yeah, he's old. I don't know, it doesn't sound as if it would work. No, you're right, Graham. Oh, Shortwood, Crispin is a very qualified wizard, one of the best. He just gets a little forgetful now and again, that's all. And... go on. Yeah, it's a little slow, too. Now, where is it? I thought I brought it with me. Aha, here it is. Who? What is that? Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Mordek. Oh, thanks. Excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you. Oh, fine. Get your little fairy dust drugs. Pour them all over me. Drugs, man, drugs. Freaking... ugh. What is that stuff, you sicko? Oh, just some old leftover fairy dust. Of course it's fairy dust. It'll help you to fly. You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. I think the fairy dust is still good. And you guys, be prepared for cliches. This game has plenty of them. Lots and lots of classic cliches. You're like, oh, maybe trite, maybe just, you know, grown, but it's classic, you know. This is an old game. It's old stuff. It's written by, I can't remember, Roberta Williams, I think. You know, she had like a thing for classic cliche things, you know, that made your old stories about wizards and warriors and heroes and villains, you know, classics. There it is, down there, come on! And King Graham's not very good at flying. He means here I fall, clearly. And this is probably the only funny part of the intro, to be honest. Well, that's pretty much it. Looks like the fairy dust just wore off. And it's Crispinonononifer! Cedric, where have you been? I've been calling for you! I love this guy. He's just incapable. Old fart of a wizard. Well, what have we here? Man with wet pants, apparently. And I'm just sitting there. I got nothing better to do. You know. Bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog. Look at him, is. My gosh, these old graphics are just so like. I don't know whether to just call them classic or what, but Cedric, go in the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea. Aye, aye, Crispin. Oh, yeah, and be forewarned. I in the little ditty or whatever I gave you earlier, or the Billy Joel parody, I said he's a cowardly owl ass. Yes, he's worthless. The little fairy dust thing, that's the only time you will ever find him useful. I'm not kidding. Really. Just be prepared. The Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Mordek and his abuse of his power. Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times. It never seems to do any good, though. Okay. Crispin, why would Mordek want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him? Maybe I'm going a little bit too epic here. That's I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Mordek is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his. Tobacco. I don't know. I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty Crispin. Well, whatever. Let me see. Let me see now. Used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know, but I've gotten a little rusty lately. I'm sucking at this already. You guys buckle up. This is a first for... A little rusty? That's quite enough from you, Cedric. Shut your face! Yeah, you bet. Just, yeah, shut your face for the rest of the game. That would help us all out. They don't know yet, but really. I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you. Most of my wizard stuff is pretty old and worn out, but let's see what I can find.
hobble, 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 and continue hobbling. Hobble, hobble. Man. No, that won't do. I forgot how long this intro is. That's all used up. It might work. Here, eat this. Okay, creepy old man. What is that? He's got... It's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year. Oh, thanks. Real kind of you to share your snake cookies. With it, you'll be able to communicate with the natural and animal world. You'll find that quite helpful. Yeah, thanks for feeding me garbage, dude. Serious. Here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone. You should know that wands are like pets. Yeah, you kept yours in the trunk. That's real nice. You got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you. Man, this is not working out so well. You better get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Morlack could be up to. You go with him, Cedric. Show him the way. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, you. Don't be such a coward. Yes, yeah, you're right. Crispin and Anonifer. Now go on. You better get started. Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you've done for me. You creepy old man, you. Guess I'll just leave now and do what I do best. Adventuring. By clicking on things. And wow, it's loading. My gosh. There's plenty of that. I suggest we visit the town first. What about it, Your Majesty? How about it? Jeez, I can't even read. Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you just called me Graham. I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south. Not too far. Well, then, let's get going, Cedric. Well, I'm probably going to stop here, but before I do, I just want to mention, yes, this is the text-based version of the game where it's all, you know, there's no real... There's a version that they made later on CD that has speech. Oh, yeah, how do you pronounce it? Dugan or Dugan. I'll put a link or something. He did a version of this with the voices, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, yeah, and Shady Paradox did a speed run of this. I'm not going to be doing either one of those. I'll talk more about it later. I got to stop here because it's probably way too long as it is, but yeah, I'll discuss a little bit more next time what I plan on doing, but not a speed run, and yes, I'm not going to do the one with the voices, but I'll add more of that later, like maybe an Easter egg version, or a few videos that showed like the best parts of the really bad voice acting, because trust me, it's really bad. But anyway, we'll save that for next time, so yeah, till then, take it easy.